This is Dominic.
I was going to name, what was the name that Dominic wanted me to call?
Nicodemus.
Nicodemus. Oh, okay. I'm naming my turkey Nicodemus.
I
My
named the other one Roscoe.
Roscoe?
Roscoe and Dominic.
Roscoe and Dominic. I'll show you. I'm going to try to send you a picture of, we call him John Pee-Pee because he makes that noise.
Oh, but this is the one, Dominic is the one fighting everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me see if I could get that for you. Dang, I'm cold.
Stop trying to nuzzle up.
Excuse me. All right, that's going to be Nicodemus back there. I'm just sending it to you.
And I'm confused. It looks like, because the roosters have the red combs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got a whole lot more roosters than I have
Hens?
Yeah.
No, they have combs because see, if you look, I just sent you a picture
Yeah.
of my birds in your regular text messaging. You know how we message on the
yeah. Oh, he's a big one.
That's my turkey. He's a tom turkey. That's
He's
Nicodemus.
a big joker.
Yeah. Now look at those are my girls next to him.
I see them.
They got red combs.
No, mine have combs and wattles too. But like I said, they were saying how the boys their combs are supposed to be red. Where did you go? There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said their combs are supposed to be red. The boys, and I'm having ones with this like pale pinkish red. I've got a few of them.
Maybe they're just developing, because I know, well, some of my guys, they were red in the beginning. You see them just starting to come in, and then after they came in,
he's getting his little waddles now.
Yeah.
Wait, espérate, coño.
Oh, how cute. You're so beautiful. Yeah, those are light. Maybe they'll darken up as he gets bigger.
Yeah, but you see how light, and a lot of the other ones they don't have the waddles yet. Roscoe has his waddles. I'm getting ready to put Dominic back. Dominic better come on here because Dominic getting on my nerve right now. Dominic getting on my nerve.
He's gonna be on. He said it in like 10 minutes. He's like doing other stuff.
No, stop.
Let me see.
This is why I don't bring the chickens out anymore during this, because they're a handful.
Yeah, well, you know what? When it's late, my birds, when they're in the house, they'll chirp until I shut the lights off, and then after that, they're quiet, and they're not yapping anymore. So, which is a good thing.
I put two different roosts, and I found out I had an extra piece for the cage, and I put it in between the smaller ones and the bigger ones, because this one likes to step on people.
They get bossy. You know, when I had I had chickens when I lived in New York, and they took me to court over them. And then after that, crazy stuff. I had 5 birds, and they were gonna fine me for having them. You know, it was really bad. It was really bad. Anyway, they were gonna fine me for every week that I had them, or every day I had them for the year prior. It was like retroactive.
Wow.
$250, I think, a week or a day for that previous year that I had them. And I only had 5 birds, but they said, you have illegal birds. And my neighbor told them that that they were cockfighting roosters, because we're Spanish. So of course, you know, that's just a way to target us, you know. So I was like, these are hens. They're for my daughter. They lay eggs. My daughter needs the protein. Anyway, it was like this most ridiculous thing. But the first time I didn't have any roosters. They were just hens. So everything was good. There was a lot of peace. We got a second set of chickens, and they were a mixed batch. And one of we thought they were all hens, and
Yeah.
one was a rooster. Shorty was a rooster. you know, and and my nephew kept on telling me, "Hey, he goes, Shorty's got a hormone problem. She's bullying everybody in the coop." And we kept on trying to separate her and pull her away. And it's like, what's wrong with you? And she started getting the
The waddle.
waddles, yeah, and the combs started to grow quickly. And my nephew was like, that one's got a real big hormone problem. I was like, it's developing a lot faster than the others. P.S. That's
Yeah.
how we found out we had a rooster. But that was he was so bossy, Shorty. He used to try to tell my husband, get over here, get with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bossy. He used to try to boss my husband around like he was one of the heads.
Yeah. I mean, this one here. I mean, you peck me, I'm gonna punch you in the head.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they grab them by the head and try to drag them and pull them around and mount them and all kinds of
yeah,
crazy
all kind
business.
of craziness.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that issue with the Rhode Island Red.
Yeah.
Um, and that other crazy Clyde, man, Clyde was, yeah, I had to let his mind go. Clyde was
Oh,
ridiculous. I mean, he
yeah.
was jumping on the men, the hens and other roosters I had. Because
Oh,
at the
wow.
time I had Jersey Giant roosters as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had
How
about
big
two
is
of
my
them.
Hang on a second. I gotta
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna
my
get my hair
baby.
done.
Oh
Yeah, I'm gonna
my
get my hair
goodness.
done this weekend. Because it really needs. I haven't had my hair done in decades, literally. You okay now? Now you in mommy's arms. You want to go to sleep? Are you serious? After all that hell you done raised? Don't look at
Hello?
me like that. Yeah,
Hang on.
yeah. I mean, he raised all kind of hell. And I
Yeah.
kept, and the little ones kept trying to get through the barrier I put in there. And yeah, I had to put a piece of cardboard because they were, excuse me, trying to, oh shit, slide through the slots.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
That's okay.
Look, calm down, you, calm down, calm down. Just stand on my hand and just chill. But I
People are
mean,
gonna be
he's
so
the
upset
most.
with me.
But the little ones were trying to come through the slots of the dog cage, and the
Uh-huh.
slots are maybe about yay wide, and they're getting bigger, but they're still small enough to slide through. The
Okay.
um the bigger ones, they just bum rushed it. They all did it at one time and tried to knock the whole thing down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was leading the charge, of course. Yeah, he was leading the charge. Him and Roscoe. And I've got a bossy, I think she's a hen.
Uh-huh.
The older ones, I'm still not sure because they're a lot larger than the smaller ones, a lot larger. So I'm not sure what's going on. But
Wow.
I was planning on getting 10 more. Look, this little thing is digging into my skin. Chill. Um, oh, you
Oh,
really? Mm.
that pecking. Oh, that
Oh
claws.
no, he pecked me in my boobs.
Oh.
Yeah, that hurt. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna really punch you in the head. Oh, I've got a small hole in my shirt. And he went, that hurt.
Mm.
I'm gonna really get you. Keep messing with me. You know some I might have to rename him because he's so bad. Because he's so bad, I might have to
Mhm.
rename him. This might have to be Roscoe.
Okay. We got tonight. We're about to because we just started. I built a, you know me and my building projects, right? I just built. I just. I was supposed to do other things today, and instead I was out there. My husband was.
You little bastard. He
They
likes
like,
this hole.
yeah,
That, oh my gosh, that hurts.
they
You
like shut.
stop.
Let me tell you, my daughter was staring at the chicken, trying to connect with this bird, and this chicken went bah right in the eyeball, with
Yeah.
clicked her really hard, and she was like, "Ow!" I was like, "They like shiny things, so they'll peck."
My boobs are not shiny. My
I
shirt is
know,
not shiny.
I know, but you know what? If you have a little, if you have a mark or a seed or a hole, they will go and investigate. And evidently, he wants to investigate.
These are not for you. These are for my future husband,
That's
not
right.
you. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a bruise there.
Oh man.
He pecked me hard.
Hmm. I know. Just, you got to be careful with them.
Look,
Wise guy.
stop. He is a mess.
Oh, what's that on his leg?
It's a tag.
Oh,
It's basically an identifier.
okay.
This because I mean the first set of off up Orpingtons I had. Look, you just sit there, so he can't see the hole.
Hmm.
The first set of Orpingtons I had, they kind of ran off, and the
Yeah.
lady across the way got them all.
Yeah.
So this way, I know these are mine.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I did? You know the blue velvet, the velvet, not velvet, the violet spray.
No.
When our birds get sick or if they get an injury, I usually clean it out. And
Uh,
there's that violet spray that it's antiseptic. You
uh,
spritz it on them because when my girls were getting mounted, they were getting torn up, and they had wounds on their sides because
yeah.
the roosters were mounting them so frequently that they were hurting the girls. So
Yeah.
I would wash that off, and then I would spray this the violet antiseptic on it, and it would help them heal faster. But it's such a bright and it's such a bright color, and it's a good stain. It's a really strong stain. It's very difficult to get out. And
Okay.
so we sprayed. I mean, some of my girls, I sprayed them like 7, 8 months ago, and they're still running around with this purple patch on them. You know,
No, what's it called again?
it's I'll grab the bottle for you before we log off, and
Yeah,
I'll show you.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
Um,
but
and I was
but
actually thinking about getting a tattoo gun for them to
yeah,
tattoo
like painted
them.
them. Yeah, and this was easy because once you spritz it, it doesn't come. It takes so long for it to wear off, and you could still, even after their feathers grew in, because they had been like so ripped apart, and they all their feathers were ripped off from the roosters.
Yeah,
Their feathers came back, and you could still see some of the purple on their feathers. So I know who's my birds, you know,
yeah,
and it's easy because all you got to do is like do it outside away from everything, just one shot. You could just paint one foot, you know, it
yeah,
doesn't harm them. You know, paint one foot, paint under the wing or something. The foot's
yeah.
the best. The foot is the best thing because at least you could sit without having to pick them
You
up or
just
change
yeah,
them.
without it being invasive with it. Yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
see
'Cause,
it at
I
a
mean,
distance.
when my rooster started doing that, I put him in a harness,
Yeah,
so he can only go but so far. So if
yeah,
the hens wanted to mate with him, they can get up close to him.
they can come close to him.
But
And
I had to put him in a harness because I mean he was mating with the Jersey Giants. He wasn't mating with the Rhode Island Reds.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, he had jungle fever. You know.
Yeah. Oh my! Yesterday we ended up, Clyde, he's got
Yeah,
bumblefoot, really,
yeah,
really bad. I mean, it's like he's got it up in his joints. It's like arthritis. So
yeah,
we were doing surgery on him. I had to whack him up with. I gave him a painkiller.
yeah,
I gave him a painkiller, and then I froze his foot with the freeze spray, and then
yeah,
stuck him with some lidocaine to numb his foot, and then
yeah,
I had a lancet and just I cut all that necrotic dead stuff out.
yeah,
Oh my God, we were there for probably an hour and a half just trying to get all the stuff out of his foot. But
yeah.
he's okay though. I mean, we
That's
think so.
wonderful.
Yeah, we gave him, he's on antibiotics now, and hopefully he will be better. I love my Clyde. I'm so worried he's not going to survive. I don't think I'm going to get another Jersey Giant because it's too hard to watch them suffer. They're such big
Yeah,
birds that
yeah, and they're not real. Okay, the guys I don't know, really know, but my hens, they're a mess. They're
yeah,
bossy.
yeah,
They're bossy.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well,
and they're trying to pick on the Rhode Island Reds that I have. So I
mhm.
don't know if I can get any more of them.
What kind? The Jersey Giant?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any more of those.
Yeah, I don't. As much as I love them, I love Clyde. He's a good rooster and stuff. His size, because those are genetically, just like the way they inbreed the dogs. They change the breeding on the dogs and they make them uh
Yeah,
different. They did the same thing to Jersey Giants. That was not a natural
yeah,
bird. It was created.
yeah,
um but that their weight, they're so big that
yeah. They're
that
huge.
they they're bumblefoot. I was just looking at another Jersey Giant rooster at the flea market down here, because they have livestock there that you could look and purchase whatever you want.
Yeah,
So when they had a Jersey Giant in a cage with bumblefoot so bad, and I was like, look, it's just like Clyde.
yeah.
It's hard to watch that because he can't get away from anybody because he's so
His
big
foot
that.
hurts. Yeah,
Well, yeah, because when he steps on stuff, he's so big that when he steps on stuff, it goes into his paws, his claws, whatever you want to call it, the pads of
yeah,
his, and it gets stuck in there, and that's where he gets his bumblefoot from, you know.
yeah.
And it's he's just too big, those little stick legs of his are so he's too heavy for them.
What I want to do is I want to make the because I know Jersey Giants have Orpington in them already.
Oh, okay.
So what I want to do is I want to make the Buff Orpington with the Jersey Giant and see what happens and hatch those
Okay.
eggs up.
Let me see. Somebody else was talking about Orpingtons. Let me see.
Where is everybody?
I don't know. Nobody's showing up.
Cause I mean I know I mean we're only ones that here again. I don't know what this was going on with this.
Hello,
I,
Oh, there
Mayday,
you go.
Mayday. I'm running late. I'm here. I am here. Hold on, let me get my camera situated. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me?
yes.
Let's go. This is pre-recording. Let's go. Everything's gonna be edited. Let's go. All right. Hey,
Okay.
Hey,
got one of the chickens. Yo,
That's
look at the
Dominic.
chicken.
This is Dominic.
Oh, yo, I got my chicken, Dominic. Yay!
This is Dominic.
Let's go, Wamsi.
This is Dominic. But you see how
Let's
big he is,
go.
right? You see how
Let's
big
go.
he
I
is.
love. Let's go, Dominic. Ah,
Dominic,
First chicken named after me. Yo, Wham, I'm happy. Hold on, let me blow up my screen. All right, there we go. All right. No, Wamshi. No, I love it. Can y'all hear me? Are you from?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, Wamshi. You can hear me good. How you doing, Pastor Therese? What's up? General, let's go. Listen.
We're good. We're good.
You are
Yeah, we're good.
everything. These are pre-recorded messages that we're doing right now. So it don't matter how many people pop up. It doesn't matter how many people are going to get the message after it's edited and I post it. And now I'm becoming pretty savvy. Not to my own horn, but I'm becoming pretty savvy at my own editing. That the Lord shows us that we rely on Him, and He gives us all the wisdom and all the knowledge that we need to do everything to profess His message. You know,
Amen.
so many things. You know, so many people that I thought I had to rely on, depend on, that He showed me, no, He removed them from my existence. He removed them from our business. He removed them from our ministry. He removed them to show it that, no, we have everything. He is in us, you all. So let's go. And I love to see y'all progress. Let's go today. We're talking about some heavy stuff today. Look, first I want to say, dear Heavenly Father,
Amen.
we approach your throne with a sense of gratitude. We thank you for everything that you're going to teach us today. We thank you for everything that you're going to download within us that we need to know about this rebellion, this spiritual warfare, about the preparations, not only physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, just on all levels of association. We thank you in advance. Lord, we thank you for your most wonderful gift, your son, Yahshua, also known as Jesus Christ, by way of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Wamshi. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, you all. Hey, listen, this is amazing. This is amazing. First of all, thank you for Dominic. Dominic, much love, Dominic the chicken. You all, Dominic the chicken. So thank you, General.
Y'all put some napkin under
Dominic
him
the
so he don't
chicken.
boo-boo on
And
me.
also, Pastor Sharice also got Nicodemus, the chicken Nicodemus. I don't know if he's hung up in the cone in the thing, but we're gonna
You gotta show him Nicodemus now.
Nicodemus is probably in a cone upside down right now being disciplined, which is because I'm starting to understand that chickens are thugs, you all. Chickens are thugs. I repeat, chickens are thugs, you all. I'm learning so much from my sisters, you all, about chickens. They're very valuable, first and foremost. Don't get it twisted. But behind the scenes, okay, because especially I'm an urban man. So we're used to just going to the store. I'm not used to raising chickens. I just go to the byproduct, to the after effect. You know, like I just go buy the eggs. I just go buy the chicken and eat them, grill them, and fry them, and you know. But I don't know about now. You all are bringing so much information, knowledge, and wisdom to me behind the scenes. Yeah, they are thugs. Though the chickens are thugs, you all. I repeat.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Definitely.
Listen, they sound like humans. The way y'all talk about them, right? Listen, it sounds like we're talking about human beings.
Yeah.
We're talking about the chickens. They fighting, but
Yeah.
the whole main point, all jokes aside, but we have to have, like I always say, we have to have a sense of humor behind the spiritual war, because you all is getting depressing. It is. You all, so keep your sense of humor. Don't lose your sense of humor, please. Don't lose your sense of humor at all. First of all, I pray for the East and the West Coast, Midwest, down South. I pray for everybody across the world. I pray for our children in Pakistan. You all, please. We have a narrow path society in Pakistan. Pray for the children. They pray harder than adults.
Amen.
No, I'm just, listen, their dedication to Yahshua is, you can't make this up. And they inspire me so much, because they go hard for him. They go, and they are children. They are, 6, 7 years old, 4, 5, 11, preteen, and they dedicate hours a day singing and just reading the scriptures, learning about the Lord, like the perseverance and the sacrifice is motivating. So we need to all take heed from that. So if children can do that,
they're very hungry over there for the word of God and to be preached to. They need, and I know that because when I posted a video on my TikTok, and I posted, it was just one of my dream testimonies, and I posted one of your videos about just your message about gossip and stuff like that. And I was sharing you in a TikTok, a clip of your.
Oh, there you go.
And they said, somebody from India actually connected with me, and they were just like, God bless you. Could you minister to us? Could you pastor us? So they are seeking people here in the United States. Doesn't matter how much you know. They need the word of God, and they want to hear it from people. And they value your fellowship. You know, they value that so much. And I see that you have you have a church that follows you very closely, which is really wonderful that you're ministering to them, and you're helping them out with that.
Amen. All praise due to the Lord. You know, I am nothing. You know, I'm just honored to be a spoon for the Lord. May I say, an instrument. You know, you know, just like when we eat our food. For those, you know, a lot of people eat with their hands. That's still an instrument to bring the nutrients to your body. I'm just honored, and I thank you. I appreciate that. Much love to Eddie. What's up, Eddie?
Hey,
much
God
love
bless,
to
brother.
Eddie.
Much love.
Much love and blessings, Wamshi. You know, I just want to say, you know, we had pivotal times. You know, we're at a time where we have no more time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're at a time where we have no more time.
Right.
And we have to realize this. But yet you have still people sitting on the fence. Like, you know, loyalty, you all. And that's why I appreciate, you know, so much what our sisters are doing. And that's why I'm just gonna I'm a student here. I'm gonna fall back, but I just you all, I'm speechless because the things that are coming out the oceans, the things that are popping out, the things that are just literally, you all, are you witnessing the things that are happening every day? Every day, there's something new across the world, not only, especially in the United States. Let's be honest. You know, we can speak freely on here, but the United States, you know, has been a wrap, you all. I appreciate what President Trump is trying to do, but is masquerading something else, you all. I'm just being honest. It's something else underneath this. And it reminds me of the book of Revelation about the first beast give power to the second beast. And I'm starting to realize, like who we talked about before, you all, Elon. Am I correct? I'm starting to notice the transference of power indirectly, instantly, you all. Are y'all noticing it, or am I going? See, that's why I need people to stop, you know, start researching for your own selves. I'm starting to notice the transference of power slip to Elon with this new rebuild America now. Not make America great again, is rebuild. Now, what's happening is, I already warned people about how this is going to become a competition, and they're going to use competition as upgrading countries from the smart grids, right? They're going to use it as the form of, we need to update our infrastructure. Listen to what I'm telling you. The Lord even showed me this. We're going to have to update our infrastructure. Pay attention to that. The update of the infrastructure is nothing but smart grid. The smart grid is nothing but AI, okay? AI is going to run every facet of everything. Last time when I was in New York, and y'all know, you New Yorker, you already know what I'm talking about. They have robots patrolling the streets right now.
Yep.
And man, I listen, I touched one, I saw it. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's facts. I was there. I love New York. It's my second home. On the whole East Coast, I'm telling you, they have robots patrolling the streets, you all.
Crazy.
Mhm.
They have the little dogs. I saw the little orange little dogs from Boston Dynamics, by the way. Look it up. Boston Dynamics are definitely in
Yeah,
the
that
league.
DARPA stuff. Yeah.
Yes, they're definitely in yeah, you all, we're in a different stage. We're in the stage of revelation now. You know, he took us through the timeline, and we're here. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't want to hear nobody it's no conspiracy theory. This is facts,
No.
you all. This is pure facts. So to me, they're talking nonsense.
Yeah.
It's nonsense what they're talking. So everything that we're talking here, the Children of Light camp meetings that our sisters are providing, you have to eat it up. If not, move around. Come on, you all.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
now they're coming out
it's
with the
in our
garbage box.
face. Yeah, it's in our face, you all. It's in
You know,
our face.
it's so in our face, Dominic. You know, it's I was just looking at a clip of how these drones are harvesting all of our information. You know, your Wi-Fi and your smart meters on your on the buildings and the homes and all this other stuff. It's just gathering information, and everything you could see is digitized. As you're holding your phone, it's digitized. These drones could read everything that's going on below them, and it knows that, okay, this phone is so and so, and they're tracking your phone and they're tracking your movements. You know, when you go into Walmart or any of these other stores that you go to, they've already got your face. They already have the structure of your face recorded, so they know who you are. They may not know your no, and that's actually not even true. They know your identity because when you go.
No, sister, no, I want you to continue, but I actually, oh Lord, you are right on point. But I'm asking you, is that biometrics? Is that what you're talking about? Is that a form of a biometric scanning system?
Yeah, it's a form of, think of it about it this way. You go into Walmart, you go into to buy your groceries, let's say, you go to the self checkout now. Okay, those little cameras that say recording that are above your head as you're walking down the shampoo aisles or the makeup aisles or any aisles that they're recording you. They are recording you. When you get to the checkout and you're doing self checkout, there's cameras above you, and that self checkout screen, there's a camera in there. So they are recording they've already got your biometrics. They already have your, as you're swiping your stuff, scanning, they already know your card number, all of your information from the bank and everything else. They already know who you are. They already know that you're in the store. And they say it's for marketing purposes so that they could show you advertisements towards things that you'd be interested in as you travel. And this is all what they're telling you. Oh, it's going to improve your shopping experience. So they're totally cutting it off as a convenience that it's going to enhance your shopping experience as you drive through town. I was like, no. So I was like, big boy, you're tracking my movement. You're tracking my behavior as I drive through areas and stuff like that. Our license plates, our license.
Yeah. So that's like that iPad stuff, like in Illinois and in Minnesota too, like especially in the East Coast. It reminds me of Chicago, how y'all got so many tollways with this automatic iPass or this New York pass through the tollways, right? Like it says when I go to New Jersey all the time, it's always like these tollways and this instant pass, but they scan everything. They scan, it's biometrics, not only your license plate, your facial, everything. People get tickets in the mail, you all.
Yeah.
People get tickets in the mail. I got a ticket in the mail. I will never forget 2018. I got a ticket. They had my face, everything. When I read a red light, they had me. No, I'm just being honest, yo. 100.
Yeah.
They had me on the thing, but
Yeah.
I said I use that as an example. Like, and that was 2018. So just imagine how far ahead now when it comes to the control. Yes.
In New York, which was something that really, it was infuriating, aggravating, and it made me. I was just getting sick because I used to drive through from New York through New Jersey, and you're always paying tolls. In Jersey, you're always paying tolls when you go through the bridges and the tunnels in New York, and
Yep.
they developed these boom, I call them boom stands. They went from one side of the highway to the other side.
Yeah.
As you drive through, they had the potential to scan your driver's license that's in your wallet. So they know who's coming in and out of the city. They were testing them out, and I was like, what's going on here? What's happening to the signs? Tappan Zee Bridge, George Washington Bridge, all these bridges, they were, it was just, I was like, why are they doing this? I was like, you had no sense of freedom there. And it was such a suffocating feeling. It's like these mothers are tracking, Lord forgive me, but they're tracking. You know what?
We might as well let it out tonight. We letting it out. We don't like that. We gotta let it out. Let it out. It is what it is at this point. You know what? Hey, the Lord forgives us. Listen. Everybody needs to read the scriptures over and over again and realize, even from the Old Testament to the New Testament, who he uses. He uses us. He uses the rugged. He uses the raw. He uses the authentic. He uses those that already been abused by the enemy, that already fell for the matrix. He uses us. So you know what? We're going to slip. We're going to fall. So I need people to know we may use language that we're not in the religious spirit. We're the narrow path. We're Fusion Ministries. We're authentic and we're raw. We're changing every day. So if you don't approve, what we say, move around.
Oh, somebody is trying to replace food stamps with a harvest box. So basically, they're going to take away your EBT and send you a box of food every month now.
Oh, that sounds like Cuba. That's what they do.
That's what
West Santiago and Havana, everybody know from Cuba who's gonna chime in. They know I'm telling the truth. My family from Cuba, they already know I'm telling the truth. That's what they do. And Cuba is food package. Y'all can look it up right now.
It's
simultaneously. It's facts. Yes, this is facts. That's a form of communism. That's a form of. But can I be? But there's a flip side of this coin. Can I be honest though?
Yeah.
Me, being a hustler that I always been, that I have to become, that I always been, I always relied, even I didn't even know I had faith, and we all do. We work hard. There are a lot of people who are parasitic to the system. There are a lot of people who are coasting off this system, you all. There are a lot of people who are coasting off the back of our hard works while we have to pay taxes and do a lot of these things. Okay. Yeah. What I do think, in the flip side of the coin, what I'm saying, I don't agree with it, but I do agree with it at the same time. It's hard to say. It's because what I'm saying is going to force people to become productive.
Yes.
See, now that's the only thing I like about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's righteous. I'm not saying but the only thing that I think that is positive from this, if y'all, let's talk about it. Do y'all agree with the only positive thing I think is going to force people to get off their bums?
Yep.
On one, it's going to force people for real, because you know what? I raised all of my children. I work too hard. I focus too hard. I do too much, and it's already hard enough as it is. But I see people coasting. They don't care about God. They don't care about their own children. They care about their hair, their nails. They care about going to the club
my
every
God.
weekend. They care,
Yeah.
and they're using all of it. No, let's be honest. I'm keeping 100. I'm in the hood. I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I'm done.
I know people that have those things, man, and they sell them to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they food stamps. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But then there's some that really need it. You know, people
Right.
like the people
And exactly.
can't work. You know,
Exactly. So
the
that's what makes it
elderly.
hard, General.
Look, cut it out.
See, look. Is that Dominic? Or no, it's
Yeah.
not. That's Dominic.
Yeah,
Hey, Dominic, Wamsi. Hey,
No,
y'all, I got my own chicken named after me. Look, there go Dominic. Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, you see him, Eddie?
Okay.
Yeah,
God.
that's Dominic.
Dominic done poked me in the chest twice already.
He got to get little. You know,
Man, no,
he
that's
got to
not for him.
get.
That ain't for him. You know, that's not for him.
But you all listen. You all listen. You all. We got to stay focused because this is so horrible. What's happening? Do y'all see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I have to agree, you know, in some points, but I don't agree. But I just got bad memories because when I was little, like I say, when I know how Cuba works, and I know, and it's still been the same. I don't care how they do the outside thing. They still do the food packages. They don't do a national food stamp program. They don't do an EBT program. And for that to be erased, it's going to cause civil unrest.
Oh yeah.
It's going to instantly cause civil unrest.
Oh my God, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be horrible, you all. It's going to cause civil unrest. But they trying to do that on purpose. It's called problem, reaction, solution. Remember, we talked about that?
Right.
It's strategic. Problem, reaction, solution. That's been already done so many multiple times. You know what I mean? In front of our faces since even before we were born, you all. They already use the same tactics over and over and over.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen. Now it's going to get so bad, then everybody's going to be so exhausted from the Civil War that everybody's going to accept the New World Order.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do that on it's all purpose, right? And man, I'm telling you, it's facts. Yeah, it's already laid out in front of us. So I'm gonna let y'all take over, please. You know, everybody tune in.
Information, Dominic.
You say what?
You're giving good information. It's the reality of, you know, what's
that's
coming.
all praise due to the Lord. Like I say, it's all due to him. You know, he's given this, you know, I'm just glad to be here. And you know, like I say, I'm a better student than I am a teacher. And I love you all very much. And I learn a lot every week from you all. So let's go. You all right. What we got new? We got chicken. Hey, much love. Wait, before Dominic, chicken Dominic, Wamsi. Let's go. Let's go. Chicken Nicodemus. Let's go. Let's go. And I want to see Nicodemus next time. Pastor Sharice, I want to see Nicodemus too.
I was
Dominic, he's exempt from getting cooked, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, let's go. Yo, let's go. Yeah. It's the chickens, man. Let's listen. I love it. I love it. But you know, I learned so much. This is so refreshing. And everybody who will tune in, like I say, every Wednesday, please, 7 p.m. Central Time. Children of the Light Camp, very necessary. Let's go. All right. Sisters, take over. I'm just here. Let's go. What we got new? I love you all. Wamsi.
I'm getting it together. Go ahead, Sharice.
Yeah. So, you know, everything that Dom's talking about is fact. You know, this is coming, and they're rolling it out really quickly. And you know, we got to be doing our due diligence. You know, right now, because of all the things that are happening with our food. You know, I know that there's a lot of people who are talking about the quality of the food that we're getting now. And I belong to a group on Facebook, and a lot of the talk is that most of the food that's out there now that they're selling in the supermarkets is bioengineered. You know, so it's become a thing that it's becoming more and more difficult every day for us to find food that has not been genetically modified, genetically altered, or even the produce. I know that I don't know how many of you buy fresh strawberries or have eaten. I'm sure at some point in your life you've probably seen fresh strawberries in the supermarket, bought some, brought them home, and within 24, 48 hours, if you don't refrigerate it, they're getting fuzzy, they're getting moldy, they're starting to disintegrate and look terrible. And I'm just, noticing myself, people were saying don't buy anything that says bioengineered, but our produce, I bought a package of strawberries. My daughter bought a package of strawberries. This, they were left out for days on our counter. And I didn't put them away just because I wanted to teach her a lesson so that she puts things away, but also I was doing my own thing, wanting to see how long this takes for that process for them to get moldy and fuzzy and get mushy. They never did. They were out on the counter in my house for 5 days. Okay. For 5 days. And they were as perfect as the day they were when I bought them without refrigeration. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of talk about how stringy chicken is. I'm seeing a lot of talk about um, rubber, okay, rubber bananas. I'm looking at avocados now and even lemons. They're unusually bright and clean looking outside. There's no blemishes on them. And they're spraying them with, what's that stuff called? Apeel? I don't know if you all heard about that. Okay, Apeel is something that they're spraying on everything. It's a Bill Gates product and they're spraying it on everything. And it is a plastic. It's a plastic kind of coating. They say it's a wax, and it's got other components in it. Anyway, it coats your produce, and it's supposed to help preserve it and give it help it last longer. um they're finding that there's a lot of stuff that's linked to it, and it's coming from Microsoft, the creator of Microsoft. So you have to wonder, what exactly are we eating? That he's written contracts with everybody in the almost every manufacturer or every grower or every farm that's out there. He's has contracts with them, and they're spraying the stuff all over our produce. Our produce are the fruits, the vegetables, almost everything that you're getting. So pay attention to what you're getting, and monitor it. Just check it out, see how long it lasts, whether it's on your counter or your refrigerator, to see how fast that food is decomposing, because I'm noticing that foods are not decomposing the way they usually are, the way they used to. And that means that they're messing with the food, and naturally it's going to do something to us also when we consume that, because if it's chemically altered, you're eating those chemicals and you're ingesting them. But that's all I wanted to say about, as far as that, if anybody has anything to add to that, please, I invite you to share your thoughts and opinions on this, because it's important that we all know and that we hear about what you're experiencing and noticing out there.
Hey, yeah, the chicken has been like really like stringy, and I noticed noticed it. And they were saying, they had this thing on YouTube about the best supermarkets and the worst supermarkets. They had a listing of which is what. And Walmart wasn't on there, but I'm pretty sure it's down there on the worst one. But
Yeah.
Kroger, Food Lion, and all these places were saying how their meats are not good, and to look on the packages and say, I'm out of breath, I've been chasing a cat. Where it says hatched or hatched on the packaging, so you know that it was hatched and not, GMO'd or whatever, to find out if it's fresher chicken. But that doesn't work either, because I bought some that said hatched, and it got stringy. So
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
what do
pretty
you
much
mean by, wait, I'm sorry to cut. So what do you mean general about like stringy, like the chicken, like it's a different texture? Like it's a different
Yes.
texturization
it's like
of the meat?
eating an older rooster. It's like it's chewy. You know, when you pull it apart, chicken is not supposed to be like in strings, like the muscle fibers. Like if
Yeah.
you cut the muscle fibers, it is stringy. A certain way you cut a piece of meat, you know, if you cut it,
So do you think it's clone chickens? Do
it's
you think
probably
you think they're clones? To be
it,
honest, you are like I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not allegedly for educational and entertainment purposes only that we're speaking. I have to
yeah.
make sure I have to say that for educational entertainment purposes only. Do you
Good.
think they're clone? Like
No, I think that they're shooting them, you know, giving them all
They're
kind of
messing
darts.
with them. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're giving them all kind of darts.
Yeah, I think that they're all, I think the same thing. I think that they're injecting them with so much garbage that
Yeah,
it's altering the texture and the composition of the meat. And
yeah,
that's something, if it's doing that to that meat product, what is it doing to your insides? You know, your insides are very delicate. And when you're absorbing this stuff from, you know, from anything that you eat, it's going into your tissue. It's going into every part of your body. So you
yep,
have to
your
really,
blood, everything, right?
yeah,
Because
everything.
so everything, so even your brain, your soul,
yeah,
is pretty much dictating behind the scenes your whole functions of everything in your whole existence physically, right? That's what you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
And this is also good for the chickens too.
Wow. Oh snap!
Machete, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
My statements.
hold up. Hey, wait up. Hey, you know what? Let's go. Watch. Hold up, real quick. Yo, I love it. I love it.
Machete. Yeah,
You
they'll
need
take care
those.
of them. But yeah, I noticed that too. I had bought some groceries and
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, and it's got the package of the thing on the
Let's go.
yeah.
Listen, y'all better invest in some of these. Even you know, you can get your pistols and stuff, but you're gonna need some of these.
Yeah.
This was $6.99 at Harbor Freight.
And don't use it on Dominic. Don't use it on
he,
Dominic.
he,
Dominic is a protected chicken. He's a holy
he,
chicken now. All
he's
right.
exempt, huh?
So, yeah.
Dominic, keep it up. He gonna be full of holes. He gonna be holy.
Oh,
Dom-
oh,
Dominic is the one.
oh.
Dominic is the one that's fighting everybody in the head in the pen, hopping and kicking everybody.
See,
He
listen, he sounds like I used to be. Remember, it's redemption. Listen, give him a chance. Eddie, could you tell her, give him a chance? Eddie,
Just
I
it's
was
right,
like,
yes,
redemption,
sir.
right?
Yep,
It's redemption, right? Even for
yep,
chicken.
he's not
yep.
even 2 months old yet. That's the
Oh,
thing.
so see, yeah, give him a chance to experience. Give him a chance. That's Dominic. Let's go. Dominic, I love you. Let's go. All
Dominic doing the most.
right.
Dominic doing the
Yeah.
most.
But you all, hey, I saw an article, you all.
Mhm.
Because y'all correspond to this and y'all can look it up simultaneously as we talk if you can, if you have the
Yeah.
access to.
Yeah. And when you're done,
About May
I
7th,
just want
about
to
the
give
real
Eddie
ID.
a chance. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, sister, please.
Yeah, when we're done, I want to give Eddie a chance to share what he was trying to share about he's noticing in his grocery buying and so forth.
Ooh,
But
Eddie?
Eddie was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Eddie, right now. Go ahead, Eddie.
Oh no, I was just saying I bought some groceries and I leave and do my route over the road and come back home and I'm getting ready thinking I'm gonna clear the refrigerator out and throw things away. And I'm shocked that a lot of these things still look fresh and still tomatoes and lettuce and it
yeah,
still look eatable. I'm like I done been on the road a whole week, come back home, think I'm gonna clear the refrigerator out, and to my shock, yeah, it was surprising. That the
they're
food
just
still
like
look
that.
fresh like that. Yeah.
See,
Yeah, and
that's the preservatives. They put in
yeah,
preservatives, just like our sister and our pastor was saying. She was saying exactly, you
ATL.
all, you need to pay. They put in preservatives. It is equivalency to plastic. I'm going to put out a newsletter next week. The same way, like I say, for educational entertainment purposes only, allegedly, Subway, their breads, all their breads have the same thing that is made in yoga mats.
Yeah, that came out quite a few years ago. They were
Yep.
using an enzyme to leaven the bread, and it turned out to be the same thing. It was a plastic. They were supposed to remove it, but not just them. There's a lot of other companies that when you're buying their bread, they're using the same
The organic
enzyme.
places, the so-called organic places, the so-called you like healthy sandwich places, is all of those, like all of them are using the same manufacturer for the bread of preservatives. The preservative is made from a form of plastic. That's why, if you notice, they've been injected in the fruits, vegetables, everything. That's why everything is staying so fresh. You know, in reality, when you go to the grocery store, when you buy meat, it's supposed to look gray brown. It's not supposed to look
red,
pink, fresh, red, white. It's supposed to look almost decayed because it's decaying. Let's keep it 100. But what they do is inject dyes and preservatives in that. See, that's why it looks so bright and fresh and pink. You see, so it's the opposite. We've been lied to. So yeah, y'all keep going. I just wanted to add. You said add on. I just wanted to add on. You're right. It's preservatives. And Eddie, everybody, Eddie, you right. And Sister, General, everybody, let's go.
Also on the Path Society, the group page, there's a recipe on there for making your own bread. I mean, I've got recipes on there for a lot of different things that we could be doing now.
Yeah.
You know,
also, you all, the Children of the Light Camp episode is brought by the Narrow Path Resources page, Facebook. You all, yes, please join, subscribe, like, and join and learn. Please, I repeat, Narrow Path Society Resource Group page. Please join on Facebook, please. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a wealth of information out there, and I'll tell you, it's everything. The more we do this, the more we have to be aware of what we're eating. And I can tell you that when I eat, I bake my own bread. Okay, and I do this every few days. I bake bread for my family. If you buy organic bread, a flour, rather than the unorganic flour, you can tell a difference. When I eat stuff that's not organic, my joints hurt, my feet hurt, my knees hurt, my hands hurt. When I bake bread with an organic flour, they take out what is it called, bromine? There's a component in there. They add so much garbage to enriched wheat flour that's bleached that, when you actually cook with it, bake with it, and make things with it, although it is better than what you're getting out there, because bread is only like 3-4 ingredients, flour, water, yeast, salt, and a little bit of sugar. 4 ingredients, very simple. Look at a package of Wonder Bread or any other bread that you're buying out there, and you can see a laundry list of stuff in there. Things that you can't pronounce. You don't need that, but it pays to buy things that are cleaner. I know not everybody could afford it. I'm doing what I can to keep myself afloat, and keep myself eating healthy. But there's a lot of garbage in even the simpler ingredients that we're trying to get. Some of our seasonings have lead and iron fragments, metal fragments in them. You're hearing about that now with the stuff that we're eating. So a lot of the stuff that Erica is posting about growing is so important now. It's becoming such a thing that so many people are trying to grow their own food because they realize how contaminated and how toxic the foods that we get out there are. The ultra processed foods, you can't trust any of this stuff.
And you know what? One thing, because I do have to lead because I'm doing the podcast.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanted to announce Erica Robinson, Pastor Sharice, my brother Eddie, everybody. We're gonna have episode after episode, the Never Fusion podcast, you all, to get this word out. Please, everyone, take everything seriously. We are out of time. We have no time. Everything that we're talking about here, everything they're talking about, please absorb it, use it, because there will be no excuse for you, because you can't say you didn't know, you didn't hear. So if you ignore this, that's on you. That's on you. That's on everyone. And I also want to say that if you want to lose weight, if you want to get the toxins out your body, we have to go back to old school, you all. Eat once a day. Eat one big meal a day. You know, you can snack around with fruits. Eat one meal a day. I'm serious. It's called, I'm telling you, like one big meal a day. Eat whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. First of all, pray over it. Pray over everything, because we can't escape it. No matter if you want to be organic, I'm this, I'm vegan, I'm whatever. You still contaminated. But so if you pray over it supernaturally, and if you have your faith, always pray over your food. But eat one meal a day, superficially fast, and watch what happens, how you transform. You're going to start getting younger. You're going to start transforming backwards. Literally, this is facts. Literally, you all, everyone that's listening to this, that will hear this, if you want to lose weight, eat one big meal a day. Eat whatever you want. One meal a day, and snack with fruits, juices, and watch what happens. Because everybody doesn't have the discipline. I get it. Everybody doesn't have the discipline right away to do everything that's implemented that we're sharing with them. But you cannot blame our Father. You cannot blame anyone but yourself when the opportunity closes. You can't blame nothing. When an opportunity closes, you're done. Okay? We're risking our lives for even telling you all this information. Literally, we're risking our earthly careers, which I don't even care about. We don't care about, obviously, because we care more about our Father's eternal career, about helping those around us. So don't take this lightly. Take everything, our sisters and our brothers, and every comment that you hear on here seriously. We're done playing. So I love you all very much in the name of Yahshua. And thank you very much, sisters. And my brother Eddie, let's go. All right.
Sir,
And
yeah, appreciate you.
Yes, and sister, when you're done, just hit me up, okay? On Wamsi, I love you all very much. Let me go ahead and get this started. I'm right on time. I love you all, okay? In the name of Yahshua. But this is serious.
Love you, brother.
This is serious. And oh, wait, one more thing. Thank you, Pastor Sharice, for sending me that bomb. First of all, it is great. Martina loves it.
Good.
Said it works great because we are here under attack, and you all, she gave me some great advice. If it's fog outside, what did you say, Pastor? I'll let you say it. If it's fog outside, what are we supposed to do?
Stay inside.
Yeah.
Thank you, you all, because it is a mysterious fog out here, and it is causing respiratory issues. Literally, you hear my voice for the past few weeks.
Yeah,
do you hear it? It's still like literally, right? This is facts, you all.
Yeah.
So thank you for the advice, Pastor. I love you all. I love you, General. Love you, Eddie. Let's go. Everybody who's going to watch this, I love you all. Let's go. Children of Light, Fusion, Neuropath Society, Bakati, Wamshi. All right.
Amen. Amen, brother.
God bless.
Yeah, so, just to let you know, I don't know if anybody's been listening to what's been going on. There is, excuse me, they just did a study on the fog that was falling in Florida, and they found that it's a bacteria that causes I can't even say the name of it. It's a bacteria that causes respiratory problems, breathing problems. It causes headaches. It causes pulmonary issues. Everything that all these people have been experiencing lately in Florida, and where Dominic's at, it's this, if you see that fog with the particles in it, there's video footage of it out there on social media that people are recording this. People are getting severely sick. You're hearing outbreaks of pneumonia, respiratory problems, people who are suffering from chronic headaches. This is what's in that fog. They used this, actually, they tested this before in Florida and in other southeast states. Back in the 70s, it was a biological weapon that they were trying to see how it would affect the population. So they sprinkled it in the air to see if anybody would notice anything or how people would feel. And that was the occurrence. There was an outbreak of people getting sick, and they just chalked it up to saying it's a bug. It's a bug that's going on. It's a bug that's making people sick, and blah, blah, blah. And in that study, because now that study is public, they said that they didn't get all the fact finding that they needed, and that future studies would need to be done. Okay. So that means that they never stopped dispersing the stuff into the air. And I'm sure they've been doing it methodically, and they've probably been ramping it up to make it even worse than it was back then in the 70s. This is why these people are having these sicknesses. Look at me. I'm still without my voice. I lost my voice in October. I have not regained it back. And this is not my voice. People think that when I say hello to people, they're like, "This isn't Charisse," or they think that that they're talking to like a 70, 80-year-old woman. This is not my voice. This is the result of a virus that I contracted back in October, and I still don't have my voice back. So it's all this stuff that they're spraying like crazy down here in the southern states, especially in the agricultural areas where people are growing. It's insane. I mean, if I'm going to see if I could post stuff so that people can see what we're dealing with down here in the farmlands. It's everywhere. And we really have to be diligent about, when you see that it's really foggy, don't stay outside. Get into a building, because it's not beneficial to anyone to be out there breathing the stuff, and you could be potentially harming yourself. So
for the last 2 months, I've been dealing with upper respiratory issues, and I pretty much outside. So, but I guess when I do go outside or whatever, and I contracted something, feel like I'm getting ready to hack up a lung.
Yeah. So it's really important that, people need to research this, because it is everywhere. And I know people are like, "Oh, it's a conspiracy, your conspiracy theory." No, you know what? I'm a nurse. I see people getting sick. When you see people, having this domino effect, like it's just ripping through an area. That's not because it's just a little bug. Something's happening. It's not spreading that fast. All of these people weren't in contact with each other at the same time. We weren't shopping at Walmart yesterday. So, this is something that they're just dispersing stuff. Every day they're dumping something new on us. So be mindful. Pay attention to what's going on, and don't be afraid to be that one to ask a question, because knowledge is power. You want to know what's going on. You want to know what their next step is. We have to be a little bit more diligent on our own volition, and not allow ourselves to be spoon-fed everything and believe everything we hear on the outside. And that's just my perspective.
Oh yeah, excuse me.
Mhm.
I've been doing a lot of, running around and dealing with these chickens, chasing chickens, finding chickens, cleaning chickens,
Yeah.
not trying to
Yeah.
kill it. Yeah, I just been doing a lot of running around. It's wearing me out. I've
Yeah.
been planting lately. Oh, let me show Eddie because I know you've seen it already. This is my vanilla bean plant where I've made my own little trellis for it, and you see it's starting to grow already.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have vanilla whenever that gets together. This is my one of my strawberry plants. I bought bare
Okay.
strawberries, and I guess this is supposed to be a live grapevine, but it's not time for it to come out yet. It has
Mhm.
roots and everything. So, and I've got little banana plant, and these can be grown. All of this can be grown inside, except for the grapes. Because you can basically keep your stuff at certain sizes by how you let it grow. If you put it in a pot, it's only going to grow as big as whatever pot it's in. So
Mhm.
you can either dwarf size them, by keeping them in a pot, because banana trees can get big. But
Oh, yes, they can.
I've got the dwarf size ones that I bought, and that was one, and I've got another one that's not a dwarf, and it's growing. See the leaves popping out up on it, and eventually soon I will have bananas.
Hmm.
I've got I got a blueberry, a blackberry bush, another kind of grape that I'm growing. And all of this stuff right now is growing inside.
Hmm.
I've got some Indian
Yes.
corn. I've got some Indian corn that I just planted because like I have the chickens, so they gotta eat too.
Hmm.
So, I'm trying to have something growing every season.
Yeah.
Um, for every season, I'm gonna try to have something going on, whether it be inside, outside, whatever. Because I'm believing that's where we're gonna have to start growing our food is inside.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. And you know what I was thinking about, you know how sometimes some of this stuff gets stunted, like a lot of seeds don't grow. Today I just did a whole lot of work outside to get my seed going because I'm hoping for a successful
Yeah.
harvest. But you know what I don't know if you heard about Monsanto's altering seeds and what they're doing to the seed, that they're making seed that could only grow in the conditions that they provide. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. So Monsanto's, when they were doing all this spraying, they were patenting seed that would grow in soil that was heavily contaminated with aluminum and barium, and then there's a couple of other things. Okay, now that's the those seeds can grow in that environment and in those kind of soil conditions. The natural seed that we've all known, conventional seeds won't grow in those conditions. Okay. So now you have that component. Now you also have the fact that they're spraying this stuff. And it's also, Bill Gates was talking about how they want to shield the sun from the
Yeah,
earth.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, you have to think about that too. If they're able to throw a shield over the planet so that they could supposedly cool it down, they probably already have the science to block certain components of the sun so that your vegetation isn't going to grow because it's blocking out some component of the sun. Okay, and I know that there's UV rays. There's several different kind of rays that plants need in order to thrive and grow. If they're deprived of that, they will stunt. And I didn't know that. I was just listening to a botanist talk about this. Somebody who was into horticulture, and they were talking about how certain light, what
Yeah.
plants need to grow, and if it's missing any particular component, they will grow, but they will not thrive. they will be stunted, and they won't produce any kind of fruit. They will not reach to their full potential maturity. So when you put all these things into the pot and look at it, I'm thinking that's probably what's going on with the conditions that we have here now. Why
But
so many people are
they also,
experiencing.
they also have the indoor grow lights as well.
Yeah,
That have all of these. And I advise people to start stocking up on these. So when you do have to grow your stuff inside, you can control the temperature, you can control the soil
yeah,
or whatever, buying your soil now or get it from, a good place or whatever.
yeah.
And stock up on your UV light, your grow lights. I've got a couple here. I need to go get some more as time permits. Because I've been getting a lot of my stuff off of Temu at really reasonable prices. I mean, really reasonable. Where
Mhm.
I've been comparing the prices of where I can get what, more bang for my buck.
Right.
And they have,
Mhm.
how you see a lot of these YouTubers that have these lights around their room or whatever. They make the same thing with grow lights. So yeah, they got ribbons of grow lights. So if you have to have, whatever in your house,
Yeah,
you can still grow it.
right.
It's going to be on a smaller scale because it's in the house.
Yeah.
I've turned my master bedroom into my little farm. Um, laugh. I got the chickens in there. I've got the corn in there. And I mean, it doesn't get the southern, exposure of the sun like the front of my house does. But like I said, I can start things inside for now
Yeah.
and start stocking up or doing whatever. And yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying everything possible to get things going. And then they're talking about that project agenda project 2030, which
Yeah.
is, oh my Lord.
That's scary stuff.
Oh, it's really scary. Their slogan is you'll own nothing, you'll be
That's
happy.
right.
And I'm like,
You'll
what?
own. Yeah. Well, you got to think how they're going to roll that out. You'll own nothing and be happy. So they're going to
No,
give you whatever they feel that you need to survive. And
they,
they don't want, these 15-minute cities. Oh my God. Klaus Schwab was just saying Los Angeles, how he wants this is a guy from Germany. He has no
I
business,
know.
telling us, dictating to the United States how we need to be, how we're to live and be run. We're a sovereign nation. We have a constitution. That's the backbone of this country. We stand on the foundation of that. And here
Yeah,
this clown is from Germany saying that Los Angeles is going to, in 2030, and he mentioned that, will not
yeah,
have privately owned cars anymore.
yeah.
Okay. Everything is going to be public transportation, or your 15-minute cities. You could get to wherever you need to go by walking. You will be walking to your destinations, and you'll be within a 15-minute perimeter. You
The
know,
devil fire.
Yep, and that will also dictate. I mean, once they got you in that cage and that idea that this is like utopian living and it's really a dystopia, you know, it they're going to dictate to us what we can eat, your carbon footprint. I was just listening to something and I've heard this before. Them saying you can buy a steak, but it may cost you all of your food credits for that month.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
like, no, no.
and they've been talking about this. I've seen this like a year or so ago when they were first talking about it, so maybe a little bit longer. And I was like, they wouldn't dare. I was like, this is, and my son was just like, he's like, Ma, you're crazy. That'll never happen. I was like, listen, they're doing it in China. They're doing it in other countries that are already
Oh, yeah.
have become enslaved by these ideas, of the digitalization of society. You know, your
Yeah,
money,
it's
your monetary system,
it's
your
that one
food.
world order. That's what they're doing, and it's
They're
the
what?
UN doing. It's one world order.
Yeah, yeah, you
And
know.
that's what they're you know that they started this actually in 2015.
Oh
So you
yeah,
know, I'm a little late in the game. I'm a lot
yeah,
late in the game because
yeah,
that's 5 years from now.
yeah. Oh yeah, you know, it's we don't have time.
They're
We
talking
don't.
about taking their equipment. They're taking everything. And I know you were you the one to put the thing where they see inside people's houses with those flying things.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. You know, and it's oh my God, it is so it's frightening. It really is. It is frightening to know that this is where we're headed. I never thought, you know, you hear about this, you know, growing up as children, I'm sure we never thought we would be living in this kind of day and age. You know,
No.
I just figured that I would be growing old with my children, you know, visiting grandchildren. I never thought that we'd be in the age of seeing Revelation unfold and us fighting for our existence
Yeah.
and for our freedom, you know, to
Yeah.
remain free willed, free of thought with your faith, with your religion, your freedom of speech, you know, and here that's being it's but they've been eroding at this for a long time, and we've not been aware of it. You know, I mean, yeah, some of us who was like, you know, that's unconstitutional. Doesn't this bother anybody? And they're like, oh, you know, you're being too sensitive. No, that's unconstitutional. I was like, okay,
It
they
is.
took that step. Then they take another step. They keep it's like the slow boil, as they say. They put the frog in
Mhm.
the pot of water. They turn up the heat, and they
A
slow
little bit by a
boil.
little bit, but next thing you know, the frog's dead and
Yeah,
boiling.
they're slow boiling us and conditioning us little by little to accept their ways, their propaganda, and the enslavement of the population,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and everybody's falling for it. This younger generation, they don't have the mind to think for themselves. They expect the government to do everything for them. You know, they think that oh, you know, Ma, you're being silly. You know, I was like, oh, I was a nurse during the height of COVID. I know what they do, and it's like, don't worry about Ma. You know, you're an anti-vaxxer. I was like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm for good medicine. You know, I want to see people heal. I want to see if there was a good vaccination out there that healed people. Yes, take it. But these things are designed to destroy immunities. They're designed to destroy human beings. You know, this is the culling of civilization, and you just don't see it. You know, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm on a soapbox because it gets me so angry. You know,
Because you're taking away our civil liberties.
that's right. You know, and
You should be angry. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, I worked hard for the little bit of things that I do have.
that's right.
And like I said, it's just me.
Yeah,
You know, there's nobody else I can turn to except for the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? We discussed something yesterday, and He's the only one that brought me out of that.
yeah.
Okay. Now, here it is. I'm gonna have to fight tooth and nail to keep what I have. Are you kidding?
That's it. Yep. I mean, there's too many people who work too hard. I mean, I worked all my life to have a roof over my head. You know, nobody gave it to me. Nobody gave it to me. I worked, I paid my mortgage, whatever I had to do, I paid so that I can have something and at least pass this legacy down to my children, if whatever's left, if there's anything left, you know, and for them to take it from you, you know, and I'm just thinking of all those, like, gosh, what are they going to do? How are they going to take our property? God forbid, you know, if they just if they tried to do this, how are they going to take our property for? Oh, well, you know what? They're going to flip this to be a digital kind of thing. We only accept digital currency, you know, if and you have to pay your taxes. And if you don't pay your taxes, we will start the clamp down. You know,
Mhm.
we will start taking things from you because you're not paying, you know, with your digital currency. You're paying with something that we don't accept anymore. You know, so that's how they're gonna roll that out. You know, they're gonna slowly start to take your vehicles once they start pushing these EV vehicles. You know,
Mhm.
people are going to be getting perks for the EV vehicles. They're going to start cutting back on gas to make it so unaffordable for you to put gas in your car that you're not going to have a choice. You'll be pedaling around on a bicycle to get around because you can't afford an EV vehicle, you know,
Mhm.
and you know about those EV vehicles. You could only drive up to 6 hours or something like that, 5 6 hours in an EV vehicle. They're not they like I uh, you could have a regular combustion car. You could fill it up in a few minutes, go from that gas station, and you could keep driving for another 4 or 5 hours. You know,
There you
depending
go.
on your car. Okay,
Yeah.
and with EV vehicles, they have complete control because if you don't have access to plug your car in, those cars take up uh to be fully charged 6 to 8 hours. Okay. So if I wanted to go from New York to Florida, I could only
You're,
drive six. What?
you're screwed.
Yeah, I could only drive 6 hours. Now I have the expense of finding a hotel, finding a place that I could charge my EV vehicle. Okay. And now I have
Mhm.
to sit and wait. Okay. And it's not just filling up your car in 5 minutes. Okay. It's
Oh,
sitting for hours to wait for that EV vehicle to charge. Not to mention that these batteries, you know, I didn't even think about this because I just wasn't thinking about it. I just thought it was a cool idea years ago when they first came out with the Prius vehicles. I was like, wow, you know, I'd
yeah.
like to get one of those, you know. And my sister, she was my older sister. She was like all into engineering and biology, and she has so many degrees. She make your head
Yeah.
spin. Anyway, so she was just like, you know, she was telling me, why would you want to get one of those? I was like, well, because, you know, it's supposed to be good for the environment. This is when I was not thinking clear. And, you know, and it's electric, you know, no carbon, you know, fossil fuels. And she was just like, are you aware of that you're sitting on top of many radioactive cell batteries that are emitting EMFs while you're driving in that car? And I said, well, no, why? I was like, tell me about this. So she was telling me, she's like, well, these things are generated and the energy that they generate, because you think your cell phone is dead.